Hello, everyone. Welcome once again to the show all about textiles. In today's episode, our guest is a dear friend who is a thorough textile professional with more than 25 years of experience. He has worked with some of the best textile companies related to spinning industry in India and abroad. His knowledge and experience rates him as one of the best techno-commercial professional existing in today's spinning industry. His current assignment is even more interesting, and I'm excited that we will be discussing about that in details today. So I'm happy to introduce, and it's my pleasure that Mr. Sandesh Saxena is with us today. Welcome, Sandesh. Yeah, so Sandesh, I just wanted to start with asking you about your professional journey over the years. So please just give us some details about that.
I did my textile engineering from DKT in 1993 and started as a spinner. So I worked on the shop floor in the spinning department at Raymond's for about 3 years. And then I moved on to yarn marketing and specifically into exports, domestic both areas, and trading. So it's been a long journey of 25 plus years. I've been working with groups like RSWM, GTN, and some also overseas companies like Shakpoji Pollenji Group. So I had the opportunity of starting new trading desk for a couple of companies, as well as work in the regular export and domestic marketing teams uh, across the spectrum of yarns from cotton to synthetics and also specialty stuff. So I've been doing this yarn business for about 3 decades now.
Okay, great. So, Sandesh, we would like to know about your recent assignment with Gencrest. As far as I have researched about the company, so you are doing something fantastic in terms of sustainability solutions to the industry. And especially when we talk about new fibers, something great has been done. And I'm sure that very few people know about Gencrest as a company. I think it should be one of the first pioneers in the Indian industry who are doing such kind of research and development in the sustainability domain, especially in the fibers. Can you just explain us more about Gencrest as a company?
Yes, Gencrest is a young company. We started as a biotech research firm about 5 years back with no prior experience in the textile field. So the major focus was on offering sustainable solutions by they were having deep research on enzymes and they were working on offering solutions for chemical-free processes or reducing the chemical loads of the textile processes, be it in the processing industry or in the fiber manufacturing of natural fibers. So the R&D developed some patented technology where we are using enzyme processes to, especially on the bast fibers, to make them softer, spinnable. And it's been a long journey of 4 years. They took a break during COVID, uh, and they worked on multiple products because we were looking at offering a sustainable business also for a long-term basis. So we started with banana fiber, and banana fiber has been in the domain for ages, but it's been restricted to some niche handspun fabrics or mostly on the handicraft applications. So we thought of developing a commercial model for this fiber, and this is how they got into it. And since fiber is a very small portion of the agri biomass that we take up from the fields, so it was imperative that we need to convert the balance 80 to 90% of the agri biomass, as we cannot just throw away. So on one side, we are developing a sustainable fiber. We cannot have a waste accumulated. So they spent 2 years with collaborating with various universities and their internal research, and have developed multiple products out of this. We are doing some organic liquid fertilizers and some manure and biogas. So all these multiple products put together and the fiber as at the core of the business has been our journey. And then we took it forward to other fibers. So currently, commercially, we are offering banana, we are doing hemp, and the rest of the fibers in nettle, pineapple, they are all at R&D stage.
Oh, great, great, great. So, as a fiber, if when we talk about hemp as a fiber, so we are always talking about different properties. They say that it is better than cotton in certain respects.
Yeah.
So, can you give us some ideas on that? What exactly are the features where you think that hemp can be considered as a better fiber than cotton?
See, when we compare to cotton, one of the major constraints on cotton is the output in India, especially the acreage that we sow on, and the output that comes in.
Right.
And again, the quantum of water required for irrigation for this crop. So, hemp is a rain-fed crop. Again,
Mm-hmm.
this is got fiber has antibacterial, antifungal properties naturally inbuilt in the fiber. It has a thermoregulating properties which keeps you cool during the summers and couple of degrees warmer during the winters. It has a very soft and supple feel, and this can be blended in formats with any other fiber, be it cotton or lyocell or even regenerative synthetics and all that. So the color and richness of the fabric is also very important, and here hemp stands out particularly. So that is why, and apart from this, the hemp acreage per area is twice that of cotton, and the water and the if you do the life cycle assessment, the water and the uh, or other requirements, there is no pesticide that is required to grow hemp. That is also one of the major advantages.
Right.
So, and it's been discovered that it's a carbon sequestering plant.
Oh,
So,
great. Uh-huh.
so
Mm-hmm.
that also it every time you grow, and it's a rotational crop, it enriches the soil in the process.
Mm-hmm.
So that is
Okay.
one of the key factors again for in favor of hemp.
Right. So that means the carbon footprints might be, when we talk about hemp, would be far, far less in comparison to cotton, right?
Yeah, carbon footprints would be definitely less. And apart from that, the carbon sequestration, the plant
Mhm.
during the growth of the plant, the soil is nourished. So it
Correct.
helps the next crop which comes in.
Right. So this is what we are talking about regenerative agriculture. I think this will be a stepping stone if we can use hemp as a product, as a replacement for cotton. Probably it might take some more time, but it is a step forward, and I'm sure that within some period of time, with some new research and all, we would be able to commercialize it also.
Yeah, and there are five big facilities coming up with hemp plantations in US. So
Mm-hmm.
commercialization is on the brink there. In India, it's still in nascent stage. The farming practices also have to be developed, but there
Mm-hmm.
is a lot of good work that is already going on. And
Okay.
in years to come, India would also become one of the major players in hemp cultivation. And
Okay.
spinning technologies and spinning know-how in India has always been advanced, and we can
Yes.
provide this to people across the world. While US is still struggling with about 30-70 blends in cotton, we in India with our fiber are still doing hemp rich yarn.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
that's
Mm.
an advantage. There is a basket
Yeah.
of cotton and basket of various other fibers available here, and the spinning technology is far more advanced, and the technicians are well tuned to adapt to any other fiber.
Oh, great, great, great. And I suppose of lately heard about your banana fiber brand, Vibrana, right? So that got some award, international award. That was some cellulosic fiber innovation award in Germany. You got that award, right? Can you just give us some ideas on that? What exactly was that?
Yeah, we participated in the cellulosic fiber conference. So they have every year they invite entries for innovations in fiber development category.
Hmm.
So this year we had applied for that same. There are
Okay.
about 50 participants, out of which top six entries were invited to be at Cologne and
Oh, great. Hmm.
present
Hmm.
the innovation. Complete presentation was made there at the conference, and then the jury as well as the participants of the conference, they voted, and Vibrana bragged the bronze award out there.
Yeah,
Uh,
great, great.
the thing is, the our solution is very big, much eco-friendly, and
Hmm.
that is what appealed to the people, jury, as well as while the selection as well as the people out there. And what happens is, post-COVID, there has been a lot of inquiry from the customer side also. There is a lot of education and inquiries on the natural fibers and also on sustainable apparels.
Yeah.
But there are very little options available. And as the bast fiber category, there are a lot of options, and the agri biomass can be converted into usable fiber. And that is what
Okay.
we are.
Right. Right. So I often heard about this technology called closed loop technology. So I suppose you are using this technology. So can you just explain briefly about this?
Currently, Amit, we are using the fiber in the natural format. So we have not gone in for regenerative pulping use and then using the lyocell or the NMMO process closed loop technology, where organic solvents are used to dissolve the cellulose biomass. But
Right.
that is currently under development. We have some patents also being filed on that, and
Okay.
we plan to expand our basket and move to that MMCF category, the man-made
Mm-hmm.
cellulose fiber, using various cellulose biomass that is available from the agri waste that is generated in bulk. So on one side, we'll keep on doing these natural fibers in the various formats, from banana, hemp, and all that. On the other hand, we are exploring the MMCF category, where through the closed loop technology, the lyocell based process, we have developed some initial products, and we will be taking it forward to a lab scale plant and then probably a pilot in coming 10 to 12 months. And then we are working on 3 4 different cellulose based products. So
Okay.
that's an interesting category, because as the world moves towards the non polyester or non petroleum based fibers, the productivity of cotton is going to be limited, as the acreage needs to be
Acre is
more
going to be, yeah.
concentrated on the food and all that. So
Right.
the agriculture biomass disposal has a big problem, and this can be utilized in a very good manner. And most of the there is unlimited biomasses available, be it rice husk and others. They are all being experimented. There are institutes which are working on that, and our R&D is also taking up a step ahead on that, looking at the conversion of these biomasses into MMCF fibers and filaments.